Hey everyone, Moshe the Electric Israeli is here. Thank you for joining my channel. Don't forget to subscribe, help me change the world one electric car at a time. Please support me on Patreon, and also if you're in the market to buy a Tesla car, please use my referral code and you'll get $1,000 discounted. As you see, today we're going to talk about the Tesla Model Y Juniper. Okay, there's so many speculations. I think at this point we have some kind of an indication of what actually is going to happen. So the Tesla Model Y upgraded Juniper a la the Tesla Model 3 Highland is coming. It's coming. According to Bloomberg, it was supposed to come this year, but it's probably not going to. Now, I think we know so many articles. I think we know what actually is going to happen. So what's going to happen, in my opinion, is that according to a lot of reports, that February is going to be the date. And people around the world, not in the United States, there are so many options for people around the world who don't want to wait for the Tesla Model Y upgraded one to buy something like Xpeng G6, for example, and many other competition. In the United States, we have zero competition to Tesla, very little. Okay, Tesla still has 50% of the market share. Having said that, those who are waiting for the Tesla Model Y probably going to have to wait for next year. Now, Elon Musk did say that. Give him credit. He did say that. Nobody ever believes him because he usually, says stuff and things turns out to be different. But be that as it may, what do we expect? Now, everything that you see on the Model 3, the Highland, is going to migrate. That's what it is. The no stocks, the buttons on the steering wheel. It's going to be a different kind of architecture. It's going to be a different kind of batteries. Are going to be a different kind of many things. Now, will there be an 800 volt structure? And that would be great. Now, we can guarantee that's going to be a different look, different lines, different steering wheel, different everything. That we know. But will it be faster charging? No more 250. Will it be 350? Now, that doesn't mean that you can actually do it because you need to have a charger that does this. But will it have a faster charging speed? Okay? To 350 or to 450, who knows? 800 volt, as we say. Air suspension, which I would love, because driving the Model Y now, it's rugged. You feel every pebble on the road. Now, what's the delay? Looks like many components and many parts are being supplied to Tesla factories around the world. Looks like China is ready. Okay, looks like that China is ready. But I don't know, what will that be? Berlin needs to get part, United States, 2 factories. So there is a rush of suppliers and supplies going to Tesla factories around the world. That is for sure. That is confirmed. Now, you can see there's a lot of prototypes, especially in LA, California, that are being spotted. Okay, Now, I think, unlike the Model 3 Highland, that the Tesla Model Y is going to be launched at once. Remember, the Highland was launched around the world other than the United States for 6 months. The Tesla Model 3 Performance was launched this year at once all over the world. And I think that the Model Y Juniper will be launched all over the world at once. That's why you still have to wait for all the parts and all that. But there's a bigger picture. Now, also, and I made a video about it yesterday, that there's going to be a 7-seat option around the world. Now, we're very lucky in the United States that we have the 7-seat option. It's an awesome option. If my kids were little now and I needed a car, I would definitely buy the 7-seat. It's such a great option. It's an awesome option. I think it might be an option right now around the world in the older model. Definitely in the newer model. Now, that is going to lead probably to the speculation and to the possibility of having Model Ys in different sizes in terms of the wheelbase. That will give much better leg room for people who sit in the back, in the third row. Now, right now, it's great for little kids. It's great for smaller people. A friend of mine has it. She feels very comfortable there. But it might be better if it is for smaller people, if there's more room. So actual. But to me, the biggest difference and the biggest change is going to be the batteries. Okay, CATL, the biggest Chinese manufacturer of batteries in the world, have all kinds of batteries. One of them is called the Shinsin LFP battery. 109 watt hour per kilogram. There's a version that's coming up, probably 205 watt hour per kilogram. We know that the 4680 in the United States has 250 watt hour per kilogram. So, but that's not the LFP. We know that the Tesla Model Ys in Europe that being built in Berlin use BYD blade batteries. Those have 190 watt hours. They don't actually. The new one, the upgraded one that's coming soon, will have that. Okay, so between the 4680, between the CATL LFP batteries, between the blade batteries, and all the upgraded one, Tesla is probably waiting a little longer to get the latest and greatest. Now, if you wait, you'll never do anything. But imagine if a Tesla Model Y in A version gets, let's say, 320 miles today. Imagine if a new battery comes with new structure and new density, and it's now, 400 miles. Okay, that would be, if I get one, and oh my God, I'll be screwed. So probably there's going to be a wait for that. Now, I feel, and I don't feel, and I know for sure, that there might be different models. Okay, for example, in Mexico right now, you can buy a Tesla Model 3 stripped. Okay, no heated seat, no vegan cloth, no back screen. Really basic one for much cheaper. Some people, for example, my wife and I, our kids are grown, we don't need a screen in the back. What the hell needs a screen in the back? People who live in Florida, what do I need the heated seats? It's always hot there. You don't need a heated seat. In other words, now how is that going to affect the production line? That's a great question, because Tesla loves to streamline everything. So that we know. So if you have all these versions, especially different sizes, it's going to be. But Tesla said that they're going to be able to, with the what's called the new manufacturing method, to adjust to make cars on the same platform in different sizes. It's called the unbox method. But we'll see what happens. Tesla usually doesn't do it, but it looks like they are working on it. That even if it's a different wheelbase for 7 seats, it still can be on the same line. So I think the biggest delay, now obviously, politics makes everything bad. We talked about it in many videos on this channel about the politics and the trade war with China and all kinds of things about this. But CATL, that I know for sure, CATL is going to license and be advisors for Tesla and for Ford regarding opening battery manufacturing in the United States based on the CATL technology and LFP. Well, that is awesome. Instead, the irony is that the Tesla Model 3 standard range is more expensive in the United States than the long range that has much more range and everything else, because of the tax incentives. You cannot get the full $7,500 if the battery comes from China. So the Tesla Model 3 base, the Tesla Model 3 standard range, is more expensive than the long range because it doesn't get the $7,500 tax incentive. So imagine if CATL helps Tesla and Ford make batteries, LFP batteries, in the United States. That's licensing. And you can use that in a standard range Model Y, both in the United States and around the world. So I think batteries is the biggest holdup. The battery technology is extraordinarily rapidly improving. Now, again, like I said in the beginning, if you will wait for the latest and greatest, you will do anything. You will not be able to produce anything or to make anything because it's always changed. Think about the iPhones. Every 6 months you have an iPhone 10, 11, 12, 13, 16, 1000. It's always get upgraded. So obviously you want to keep it. But an iPhone, with all due respect, it's not as expensive as a car, okay? An iPhone could be $1,000, a car is $50,000. So you're not going to change it every 6 months or every year. So at one point you go with it and you say, in Germany we're using the advanced BYD batteries. In the United States we're going to use the 4680 and the advanced LFP that we're going to build in the United States alongside with CATL. That would be great. Excuse me. And in China, when you have so many options, the Chinese are kicking our ass, by the way. In all kinds of options of batteries, we can give options of different ranges, stripped versions with not too many bells and whistles. Like I said before, heated seats and screen behind, like they have in Mexico now. Every market is different. Most people in the world cannot afford new expensive cars, so you have to adjust to them. As long as the production is streamlined and you don't have to redo and revamp and reinvent the wheel, so to speak. So that would be interesting. But the Model Y Juniper is coming probably beginning of next year, like I said, with all kinds of versions and 7-seat option in every market in the world. All right, that's the update. We'll continue to follow. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in my next video.